Dear students, in the last video we studied the Gauss law. See, what was the statement of Gauss law? For the any closed surface, flux linked is equal to, see what is that? Flux linked with any closed surface is equal to the charge enclosed by that closed surface. Net charge enclosed by that closed surface to the epsilon 0. This is the mathematical statement of Gauss law. With the help of this Gauss law, we can calculate the flux link with any closed surface. Another statement that we have studied, that is integration over a closed surface E vector dot ds vector. So this is the mathematical statement, phi equal to this and phi equal to this, right? So this is the mathematical statement of Gauss law. In this video, we are going to see some important points regarding the Gauss law. See the first point, flux link with the closed surface for the closed body, flux link with the closed surface is equal to, that we can suppose we are having, dear students, in the last video we studied Gauss law. See, what is the statement of Gauss law? The flux link with any closed surface is equal to the net charge enclosed by the closed surface to the epsilon 0. This is the theoretical statement. See the mathematical statement, flux phi equal to epsilon 0, summation of charge divided by epsilon 0. Net charge enclosed by the body to the epsilon 0. This is also mathematical statement, integration over closed surface E vector dot ds vector. So this is the mathematical statement that we have studied in the last video. Now we will see some important points regarding the Gauss law. See the first point, the Gauss law is applicable for closed surface, right? No matter the shape and size of the closed surface. See what I am saying, the Gauss law is applicable for the closed surface, no matter what is the shape and size, right? It is applicable for closed surface no matter what is shape and size of closed surface. That we will see in detail afterwards. If the body have net charge equal to 0, then flux equal to also a 0. Suppose the net charge enclosed by the closed surface is equal to 0, then the flux linked with that body is also equal to 0. We will see in detail. First point, see it is applicable for the closed body, right? No matter what is the shape and size of the body. Suppose we are having a body, this is the closed body, don't bother for the shape and size. Suppose the charge enclosed by the body equal to Q. So flux link with this body equal to what? How we can calculate? Using the statement, mathematical statement, phi equal to summation of all the charges divided by epsilon 0. So summation of charge, how many charges are enclosed by the body? One charge. So summation will be only a Q divided by epsilon 0. If this body contains two charges like this, plus Q plus Q. So what will be the summation? It becomes plus Q becomes 2 plus Q. So this will be your answer. Suppose we are having a plus Q charge outside the body. So we will not count this charge. We will count only this many charges because the charge enclosed by the closed surface. The flux link with the body equal to what? The charges enclosed by the body. So charges, these two charges are inside the surface. That's why we will count this many charges only, right? This is about the first point, no matter what is the shape, right? And we will discuss about the size. Suppose we are having a one cube. Suppose this is a cube. And charge enclosed by the cube is suppose q. Then also your answer is what? Flux equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0, right? Same for this also we use this formula, and for this shape also we have used this. This is the formula, right? So another example we are going to take. See, instead of this, suppose we are having a sphere, right? See, this is a sphere. Suppose the two charges are inside. First of all, we will take first charge, only one charge, sorry. See, at the center we kept a one charge. So what is the flux link with this sphere? That we will calculate by the formula, that is phi equal to, see what is the formula? Phi equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0. Your answer, only one charge, summation will be only a q divided by epsilon 0. This is your answer. Suppose this sphere having a radius of 1 centimeter. This sphere having a radius of 1 centimeter. Answer is flux link with the sphere having radius 1 centimeter. Answer is q by epsilon 0. What will happen if the radius becomes double? So suppose we are having a radius of 2 centimeter, and we will suppose we are having this sphere. So how many flux are enclosed by the sphere having radius of 2 centimeter? In that case also we will use the same formula, right? So flux phi equal to how many charges enclosed by this radius of 2 centimeter, that is also q. So answer is also same for the first case and for the second case. Here radius equal to 1 centimeter, here radius equal to 2 centimeter. That's why we are saying that does not depend upon the shape and size for the size, right? So if the sphere having radius 1 centimeter, answer is q by epsilon 0. If the radius of 2 centimeter, formula will be same, answer will be same, right? Suppose for the radius 1, 1000 flux are coming out, right? For the radius of 1 centimeter sphere, the flux are coming out how many? Thousands. Then the same flux will come out from the r equal to 2 sphere, right? So answer will be same. So this is all about the first point, shape and size regarding we have discussed. Now we will discuss the second point. If the closed surface, the net charge inside the closed surface is equal to 0. Suppose we are having a closed surface. Again we are going to take the example of sphere. Suppose this is a sphere, right? And in that sphere, suppose one dipole is kept. Suppose we are having this dipole, plus q charge, minus q charge. No matter, the charges are kept anywhere random inside the closed surface. So this is the dipole. Then what is the flux linked with this surface? So phi equal to, we can say that summation of charge divided by epsilon 0. Here what is the summation of charge? See, plus q charge plus there is a minus q charge divided by epsilon 0, right? We will add them. So plus q minus q, it becomes 0, right? Q minus q, it becomes 0. So flux linked with the closed surface is equal to 0, no matter of size and shape. If the same charges, if we kept in a cube, see what will happen. If the same charges, if we kept in a cube, see this is a cube, right? Suppose this is the plus q charge, this is the minus q charge. Again the charges plus q minus q becomes 0, your flux linked with the body will be also equal to 0. Instead of one dipole, if we keep two dipole inside the sphere, what will happen, right? Suppose take the example of sphere. Suppose we are having this plus q charge, this is the minus q charge, this is a one dipole. We are having another dipole. Suppose this is the minus q charge over here, suppose this is the plus q charge over here. So this is the first dipole, this is the second dipole. We are having a two dipole instead of one dipole. What will happen? Again we will use the same formula, flux linking phi equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0. Addition these two dipole becomes 0, total charge this equal to 0, plus minus charge again becomes 0. So summation becomes 0, epsilon 0, it becomes again a 0. So flux linked with the body equal to 0, right? If the summation becomes 0, flux linking will also becomes a 0, right? So this is the, instead of two dipole, we can keep 8 dipole, 10 dipole, 1000 dipoles. If there are number of dipoles are there, then also your answer will be 0. If summation of the charge becomes 0, then the flux link with that closed body becomes 0, right? This is all about the important points regarding the Gauss law. These important points help you to solve the MCQs, right? Okay, see, now we are moving ahead. The next topic, that is application of the Gauss law. This is the important question, right? There may be a theory questions. So first point regarding the Gauss law, that is application of Gauss law, and the first application, electric field due to linear charge distribution. Linear charge density also we can say, linear charge distribution. With the help of Gauss law we want to calculate, we are going to calculate electric field, right? Application of Gauss law. See, we are going to calculate electric field due to the line charge distribution. First of all, we will take a line, and in that line, suppose there are charges are uniformly distributed. See, this is a line, right? In that line, on that line, suppose the charges are uniformly distributed. So we can see that lambda is the line charge density. What is lambda? That is linear charge density also we can say that, or line charge, linear charge density we can say. Lambda is the linear charge density, lambda. How many charges are residing on that line? So we can say that suppose capital Q amount of charges are residing on the line. Total charge on a line. Suppose capital L is the length of the line. Capital L is the length of line, right? So this is the, suppose capital L is the length of the line. What is our aim? To find electric field. To find electric field at some distance from the line. See, at a distance r, at a perpendicular distance r, we are going to consider a point P, right? Due to this line, what is the electric field at point P? That is our target, correct? First of all, we will find the Gaussian surface. For that purpose, see, we are having a line. Suppose this is a plane, you can consider as a line. On that, positive charges are uniformly distributed, right? At a distance r, the P point is kept at a distance r. Suppose this chalk shows a distance r. So at the head of this chalk, we are having a point P, right? At the suppose on the your side, this distance is same. We consider another point, right? On the downside also same distance, another point. On my side, suppose another point, the distance is same. So if I join all the points having at a distance of r, we get a one circle. So at a point P, considering R is a radius, we can draw a one circle, right? On that circumference of the circle, the electric field is same. Why? Because all the points are at the same distance from the line, or from the distance R is same for all points. That's why the electric field will be the same. Consider another point, suppose a Q, another point Q over here at a distance same R. Similarly, we can say that we can draw a another circle. On the circumference of the circle, electric field is same. P point, Q point, R point, S point, you can draw a number of points. Number of circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, circle 4, you can draw a number of circle over here, right? So, if we join all the circles, so we can get a cylindrical shape. So, here we will get a one cylindrical shape, and that cylindrical surface is known as the Gaussian surface, right? This is known as the Gaussian surface. Now, on this Gaussian surface, how many flux are linking, that we are going to see. So, Gaussian surface have three types of shapes. One is flat surface, another flat surface, and this is a curved surface. Flat surface, this is also flat surface, and this is a curved surface. So, we are going to find out how many flux are linking to the flat surface, to the curved surface, and again this flat surface. So, take the points on flat surface and on the curved surface. Suppose this is a flat surface. On the flat surface, consider anywhere a point. Suppose this is A point. Another flat surface, suppose anywhere consider a point B. And here suppose another, consider on the curved surface there is a point C. Right. So, these are the A, B and C are the points, and we are going to find out the flux linking to the A point, B point and C point. So, applying the Gauss law over here, see what is the statement of Gauss law. See, flux equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0, also equal to integration over a E vector dot ds vector. This is suppose equation number 1. Also we can say that suppose flux equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0, equation number 2, and suppose flux equal to, we can write closed surface integration over E vector dot ds vector, equation number 2, equation number 3. We will consider one by one. See equation number 1. For the 2 we will discuss first of all. See, flux equal to summation of charge divided by epsilon 0. How many charges are enclosed by the Gaussian surface? See the diagram. Total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface equal to Q, right? What is line charge density? Lambda equal to total charge divided by L. So, therefore, we can calculate Q equal to lambda into L, right? Okay. So, total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface equal to what? Q. Q is the total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface divided by epsilon 0. What is the value of Q? We calculated, that is lambda into L divided by epsilon 0. So, this is your equation number 4, right? Now, equation number 3 from equation 2, right? From equation 2 we discussed this. From equation 3, flux equal to, right, flux linked with A surface, flux linked with the B surface and flux linked with the C surface. Flux linked with the A surface, flux linked with the B surface and flux linked with the C surface. See, what is the formula for flux? From the equation number 3, we will write integration over E vector dot ds vector plus for the A surface. For the B surface, the same formula E vector dot ds vector. right? Integration E vector dot ds vector. For the A surface, look at the board diagram, look at the diagram over here. For the surface A, what is the direction of electric field at A? So direction of electric field is towards the upward side. This is the direction of electric field. What is the area? Flat surface having area vector pointing outward. So this is the direction of area vector, right? So that is ds vector, area denoted by letter ds vector over here. So angle between E and ds is equal to 90 for the case 1. For same, this is the direction of electric field and this is the direction of area vector. Again the angle is 90 degree for the B surface. And for the C surface, what we can see, the direction of electric field is towards upward and area vector is also upward. So angle between E and ds is 0 over here and here it is 90 degree. So putting all the values, see, integration E ds for the A angle is 90 degree, we will put cos 90 plus, right, E dot ds for the B also it is E ds cos 90, right. See, for the C surface that is E ds cos 0, as we know that sin 0 0, cos 0 is 1. So here cos 0 becomes 1, right, and cos 90 becomes 0, right. So cos 90 becomes 0, cos 0 becomes 1. So only the term over here, that is E ds, this becomes 0 plus 0, it becomes E ds cos, it becomes 1. So answer is E is constant, at all point E is constant, right. So E remains as it is, integration of ds, closed integration. So what is the ds? Means if we add the curved surface like this, you will get total surface area of the cylinder. So you will write E remains as it is and integration of ds becomes 2 pi r l, right. So this is your flux, equation number 5 we can write. So see, we are having the equation number 2 and 3. So answer of 2 is, using the equations, see flux equal to, we calculated flux equal to and flux equal to. In that we calculated, what is that? See, flux equal to E dot 2 pi RL, E 2 pi RL, and C flux equal to lambda into L divided by epsilon 0. So this is equation number 4 and this is equation 5. So from equation 4 and 5 you will write this, right. So you can see that left hand side is same. So lambda into L divided by epsilon 0 equal to E 2 pi RL. So this L get cancelled. Your final equation E equal to, see, lambda divided by 2 pi epsilon 0 into R. If we multiply this equation by 2 and 2, so you will get 2 lambda divided by 4 pi epsilon 0, right, lambda by R. So what we know that 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 is equal to K, Coulombian constant. 2K lambda by R is your final equation. This equation indicates the electric field due to the line charge distribution by the application of Gauss law, right. This is the first application of Gauss law. We will see the second application of Gauss law in the next video, right. You just take the screenshot of this. This is your whole equation.